All right, guys. Not only is this the final game in the series, it's also the final game of the night. And so great for it to be an ace match. We're on Expedition Lost LE for game number 5, and we are looking at the very first player on the top right-hand side, Purple Terran, looking to finish things up here and be that Team Gravity representative in the round of 4. Oh, man, oh, man. It is Wenjin, guys. Rev up your engine for the man whose legal name is Wenjin. It is Sonic. Yeah, I had to do that. My teammates, I'm sure, were very happy with that introduction. And on the bottom left-hand side, guys, is going to be the Red Zerg player representing Brawl Esports. Couldn't close it out last game. He's going to try it now. It is KiToO. So, I sure hope you guys have been enjoying these games, man. And, man, did I predict this or what? TVZ going to culminate in a great series, and we've had absolutely that. So remember, guys, you want to continue following the RSL. You want to see that round of 4 tomorrow night, as well as that final. So make sure you click that follow button here on RSL SC2, twitch.tv/RSL SC2. So you know when we go live. And that is quite possibly the smartest thing you could do for yourself, supporting these guys who have been working so hard. These guys being, of course, Rival Gaming, Hawkeye, the producer, the guy who organizes the event, the guy who's, doing the excellent observing you're seeing right here. Make sure you support them by following. That's a really good thing that you can do to help continue support the NA scene. And follow at RSL SC2 as well on Twitter, because you'll know when these matches go down. What's going down right here? Got an SCV chasing a drone doing some pesky scouting there for the, for KiToO, as KiToO is taking that hatchery first. So 15 hatch for him. Pool is down, but I don't quite see a gas yet. So he's going to remain gasless for the time being. Could this be another one of those 6 Ling openers we saw on Echo LE? And it did wonders. I'll say that. I mean, it really bothered Sonic, delayed his SCV building that command center on the low ground, delayed mining because it forced Sonic to pull off SCVs all the way from the main base. So let's see what's going to come from that. Or it could just be your old-fashioned gasless opener. Could just be that too. Looks like that's what it's going to end up being. I mean, having 2 queens immediately come out. Now he takes the gas. So delayed gas opener, just wants to crank out the queens first for that inject. Or creep spread. Or both. You have 2 queens. You can make that choice. You can do both. So we are going to have Sonic, have that low ground expansion undeterred, skipping the Reaper. So he opened with gas, but he skipped the Reaper. He's going right into factory, interestingly enough. And he did, of course, scout. He scouted with the SCV, saw everything. So, he's thinking, I'm not really expecting to kill any of KiToO's drones, so let's just scout that Wings of Liberty way and, find out what we need to know. So he knew that KiToO delayed gas a bit and did expand, not going to cheese. And here we are. So factory is about ready to finish up the reactor, only halfway done. We do have some Marines out on the ground, and KiToO seeing that bunker, he's like, I'm out of here. I'm good. This bunker means he has Marines. And I also didn't see Reaper yet, so there's going to be a decent amount of Marines. I don't want to venture into this at this time. So backs off with that Overlord. And here we go, 550 lair. So we are very likely seeing another early muta play here. And that's kind of been, KiToO's calling card for most of these games. He hasn't necessarily always opened lair as early as last game, but this has kind of been his thing, right? 3 out of 4 games, this has been his strategy. The only time where he didn't do this, something along these lines, was on the game on Echo, where he had to just stick with speedlings and a bunch of queens to hold off the Hellbat timing, and that was magnificent. But he's not gonna go Roach. All right, he is gonna go Roach. I said he's not gonna go, and then I saw the Roach one in the corner, and then I said Roach. But right, so He is going Roach, actually. My mistake on that. He's not going Spire. He did take 3 of the gases. That's going to be enough for him to crank out Roaches on 2 base. Sonic just scouted it. So he went up the ramp, saw 2 buildings of production. I would assume he clicked on them. It'd be really ridiculous if he just assumed they were 2 Evo chambers, right? But he is getting, he's getting 2 engineering bays to wall off. So, really, can Sonic hold this? That's what it comes down to. We're seeing Carapace being upgraded. We're seeing Roach speed being upgraded. And then a third hatch is very likely a macro hatch to facilitate this timing. So we're seeing Roaches already in production. KiToO probably going to look to start cutting the drones right here. 41. As Sonic, well, he's just going to have to crank out as many units as he can at home. He's got the 3rd CC already done. So that's always kind of like, okay, you know, the 3rd CC makes it harder to hold, but if he holds it, well, that's a beautiful thing for Terran. You're on 3 CC, you got 3 sets of mules you can rain down, and now he sees the Roaches, so he has to be 100% sure this is what's coming. So as far as Sonic's concerned, he is fully aware of what's happening right now. He's going to back off with those Hellions, and he's going to have to really start doubling down on just reinforcing that wall, getting some more units out there. I saw some Widow Mines in production, so burrowing them at that location, no doubt. Something he's going to work on doing. And here we go. Roaches with speed starting to bear down on these Hellions as they make their way to the top left-hand side. Oh, they're breaking down the rocks. There's that. There is that. And kind of talked about that for this game, right? Expedition Lost being that map where you do have that tricky backdoor entrance. The bunker right now is in production, but is it going to finish before these rocks go down? Looks like it's going to be really close. But then you're going to need repair here as well to help out. SCV's being pulled right now. Marines inside the bunker. SCV's not quite getting on that bunker in time. They were just chilling there. Now they're just being pulled to help defend against the Roaches. Oh, man. We are going to have to see these SCVs being pulled to help here. Because remember, guys, even though it looks like a decent number of Marines, these are upgraded Roaches with Carapace. And now Sonic is in a lot of trouble. His production is under attack. We are seeing here the add-on buildings being taken out. Combat shield's going to be taken out. That's huge right there. That's 10 less hit points for these Marines. And now we're seeing mining getting suspended here as these SCVs are being pulled to help hold this. What's KiToO up to right now? He's transitioning. He doesn't have any reinforcements coming over here, so he's not going to continue this attack for too much longer, but the damage has been dealt, guys. Look at the number of workers for Sonic. I can count them on my 2 hands. It's 9, not anymore. Now it's 11, but my goodness, that attack really, really hurt Sonic, and it would not nearly have done the same amount, the kind of damage it did if this were a different map. But hey, you know what map you're playing on when you start the game. So it's KiToO's decision to go play with this strategy that works very well on it, and it's up to Sonic to recognize that. And he had all the tools. He saw what he needed to see. He saw at the wall that there was a Roach Warren, there was an Evolution Chamber, but he was not really getting his defenses up where he needed them, just not in time. So now he's playing from behind, very far behind. He's on 3 CC, so that's kind of his lifeline here, as this is his last chance in this game number 5, in this best of 5, right? So Marines now moving in this double drop. Can they survive against these lings? There's quite a bit of them, and these banelings rolling in. Widow Mine cleaned up by KiToO. I mean, Sonic is going to just have to micro this drop like crazy. We also have another drop over in the 3rd base right now. That is, well, can it focus down the Spire potentially? No, just going to have to focus on units instead and evacuate. Oh, not quite as quickly as Sonic needed to. In fact, losing all of his units in it. How much damage did he do? That's kind of key to look at. He killed off 16 workers. So, you know what? Not a bad drop. Very fruitful. We haven't seen many 2-prong drops from Sonic so far in this series, which is actually very unusual. The guy is usually very active with his harassments where he can sort of do more than one at once. We haven't seen that. Even in game number 1 where he was dropping all the time, it was just 1 drop at a time. Made it very easy for KiToO to defend. But this one time he does 2 drops, he was able to get some damage done at that 3rd. But still, very behind. KiToO killed 50-something workers. We're looking at 18 for Sonic. Still got some catching up to do. Now he's going to look to do just that. This is actually a pretty sizable group of units. That's what 3CC can do for you when you have mules at your disposal. Can Sonic micro these, though? He needs to be so cost-effective with this. That's a lot of Banelings with speed, with centrifugal hooks. They're going to clean up a lot of those Marines on the ground, and that is it for Sonic. His lifeline is gone. It's been cut. GG. KiToO takes the victory 3-2, and he is going to be the second Brawl player in that round of 4. We're talking about $75 richer at the very least. So congratulations to him in what is really a hard-fought series, guys. Really nicely done. And we had a winner's interview for Zeal, his teammate. Let's see if he is gonna, be down to field some questions from yours truly. It's kind of funny because I know KiToO decently well. We're in like a group chat on Skype, and we troll a lot. There's a lot of BM. There's a lot of smack talk in there, even with me involved. And this is going to be an interesting interview. Let's see if he's going to be gracious in victory here. But regardless, extremely well played games from him, and it's going to be a nice group in that round of 4, man. No question about it. We've rounded it out here tonight, folks. It's going to be KiToO, Zeal, and then we're going to have Peely and Bly. So that's a good group of 4 there. And that is going to go down tomorrow night on this very same channel. Again, guys, make sure you follow it, as well as at, what is it on Twitter? At RSLSC2. And you'll be kept abreast of the remainder in this wonderful season. So let's see if they're gonna go do an interview. But if not, if you guys are wondering who I am, my name is Droopy. I am the caster for Team Gravity. So it's been my pleasure to cast RSL round of 8 for you guys. I'll be back tomorrow, but in the meantime, you can follow me at DroopyTown on Twitter, as well as twitch.tv/DroopyTown, where I oftentimes ladder Terran these days, and as well as do some freelance casting. So, and then of course I cast all events for Team Gravity, as well as Fight Night for Team Gravity, and I'm hoping to make my return to that next week. I've kind of been off that for a few weeks now, but yeah, just would love to see you guys on my Twitter, and hope you guys have been enjoying the cast for sure. So let's see what they're saying right now in chat. Okay, so KiToO KiToO has a little stage fright. He's not confident in his English. That's fair enough. I don't know German, can't really help him with that. So looks like he doesn't want to. He wants to decline the interview, so it's all good. But yeah, again, congrats to him and Zeal and to Brawl Esports as a whole for putting on a great representation here in the league they sponsor. And again, thanks to Hawkeye for observing today, as well as Rival for putting this all together. And thanks to you guys too for spending your Friday night with us here on the Rival SC2 League. So hope you guys have a good night and see you back here tomorrow. I'm Droopy, and peace out, guys.